Today I'm here to talk about the time I rejected two females in my high school, and their names were Morgan and Maryellen. Hi everybody. Hi, what's up? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. If you don't know who I am, I go by Aiden Scar. I'm a musician, entertainer, and gamer from Citrus County, Florida, and I am so happy to be bringing y'all another Storytime video. And this Storytime video is sponsored by Kalshi. Fuck Kalshi. Today I'm going to be talking about the time that I rejected two females in my high school, and their names were Morgan and Maryellen. I just spit a little bit, but ignore that. I just made it worse. Morgan and Maryellen are the two females that asked me out on a date, and I turned them down. In high school, Aiden Scar rejecting females? So for these two instances, this happened in my sophomore year in high school. And sophomore was my worst year of high school, 2017 to 2018. And the reason why, it's pretty simple. We're following the peak of my high school, 2016 to 2017. Freshman year, new kids on the block, like I said before, finding random stuff to do and having a good ass time while I'm doing that. Next school year is the sophomore year, and we pretty much know the high school. This is basically the filler year in my high school. Another year in high school, this sucks. You get to meet new faces that aren't as great as the previous faces that you met in freshman year. Then you get to meet new teachers, new lessons, and yeah, overall, no. So in order to give y'all the full story of my rejection of these two females, I gotta take it back to my freshman year of high school. The good old days of my high school. Like most people in high school, you have a friend group. I was fortunate enough to have a friend group. Chat around and be cool with and send funny memes, dark humor. Middle school, I wasn't friends with anybody. Always eating by myself. I knew some people, but I was just sitting there because we were just like the people who didn't have any friends. 7th grade and 8th grade, that's when I started to have some sort of friend group, and I was able to know people and got to sit with them and getting to know them and be like, yeah, cool. And then that transitioned to high school, and I feel like my entirety of my friend group, I was kind of the butt of the joke most of the times. I was kind of in that friend group just to be picked on, and I always didn't like it. But that didn't stop me from having my best years of high school, like I said. Even if I was the butt of the jokes sometimes, I do come clap back sometimes. Cool lighting. So in my friend group, there was one person by the name of Robert. And Robert was kind of the big chubby guy, buck tooth like me. High school friend number one, basic. Robert was kind of the buff person in the group, kind of. Even if he was fat, he was built good. Pause. He was somewhat of a night gamer, if you know what I mean. Oreo, what are you doing? Damn, and you know what I just thought of? Just always sitting at that one table before school starts. But long story short, Robert didn't have a girlfriend. And quite frankly, none of us had a girlfriend too. Robert specifically wanted to date someone, and he had an eye on one particular girl by the name of Morgan. Morgan was in a relationship with someone. Somehow they broke up, and Morgan and Robert eventually got close and closer and closer, and they became a couple. All of us were congratulating him by making fun of him. I remember the first time I saw Robert in the library, because the library was also a place we can go to in the morning too. And I just remember Morgan and Robert together for the very, very first time in public. Robert was like this. And Morgan was like this. Like lovey-dovey type shit. Great couple together. Always tweeting at each other saying that they love each other so much. Everything's going great. Uh-oh. Something happened. Robert got cheated on. Morgan cheated on Robert. Before I get into it, I just want to describe Morgan. Who is Morgan? Morgan was this generic nerd gamer girl who also loved WWE, by the way. Morgan cheated on Robert with one of my other friends in the friend group. And bro's name was Roman. Morgan cheated on Robert with Roman. Robert was devastated. The friend group I was with, oh my gosh. Everybody was just cracking up, crying, dying of laughter. For me, I was just mainly the quiet person. Like what y'all see in camera, this is basically me. Like, oh damn. For Roman, Roman was this short, chubby kid. I think bro was Samoan. I don't think, wait, let me retract my statement. I don't think bro was Samoan. I think bro was like Filipina, something. I don't know. I forget, bro. Or Mexican? The funny short guy. Roman was better than Robert, if I'm being honest, okay? Roman always had us cracking jokes all the time, and Robert was like, eh. So I guess y'all can see why Morgan cheated on Robert with Roman. Robert was very devastated, like, sorry bro, like Bart Simpson memes. But it's okay because Robert did eventually find another girl, and it was love at first sight once again. But this time, Robert got his girl pregnant in high school, sophomore year. Met for like 3 or 4 months. Baby. The friend group, y'all, the friend group. Oh my God. Never, ever, ever, y'all, get someone pregnant while you're in your teens. No. No teen pregnancy. You want to raise a baby for 18 years in your 20s? But it's okay. 2026 update. Robert's doing just fine with 3 kids now with the same girl that he got pregnant in high school. Okay, Robert's out the way. Now let's get to Roman. Oh my gosh, Morgan was so devastated of... I should put the meme of like, girl cheats on guy, guy finds out, and then girl starts crying and reacting like, oh no, like that type of meme. Good. Oh my gosh. Did Roman and Morgan work out? No, they broke up. Roman broke up with Morgan. Catch you later, Roman. That was freshman year. Best years of my high school. Now we go on break for the summer and we come back sophomore year. Now Morgan is trying to find another person to date. Morgan's lonely, single. Who does she go with? She then goes to James. Who's James? Me, I'm James. James is my real name. But no. I'm gonna say it like this. Morgan wanted to go out with Aiden Scar. Ooh. Morgan developed feelings for Aiden Scar? Aiden Scar wasn't even born yet. It was just James. The quiet kid in school, always going online, watching YouTube every single day, dreaming of becoming that YouTuber, that Aiden Scar. So Morgan started to stalk Aiden Scar's profile. Aiden Scar was just minding his own business. That's when Morgan decided to just keep messaging Aiden Scar. Aiden Scar knew that Morgan liked him, and that's because of the constant stalking on the Twitter page at the time. Whatever repost or reply that Aiden Scar left, Morgan would reply back. What is going on in Aiden Scar's mind when a girl likes him? Love. But Aiden Scar knew that Morgan was in a relationship with 2 of his friends. So is Aiden Scar gonna take his chance to go out with someone for the very first time? Or is Aiden Scar going to reject Morgan because of Morgan dating his friends? I chose the last, and the answer I just explained, that's the answer I want. Yeah, I rejected Morgan. I did not want to be in a relationship with Morgan because Morgan was dating my friends. Bro code, y'all. Y'all ever heard of the bro code? I didn't want to be the next person to date Morgan. My friend group was like, oh, guess what? Who's Morgan gonna go after next? Oh, oh, it's gonna go after you, James. Morgan likes you. You're gonna be the next person. You're gonna be the next person to date her. And then it's gonna be him. And then it's gonna be next him. And like, But guess what, y'all? I knew about the whole crush thing. I knew I was gonna say no. But here's the catch, y'all. We have Twitter. I'm not calling it X. I don't give a fuck if it's X from 10 years, 15 plus years from now. I'm still calling it Twitter. So I'm gonna be showing y'all tweets that was made by Morgan publicly to me. Hi, I'm bored and lonely. Someone text me. She tagged a bunch of other people and I was one of them. And she had memes. This is from November 6th, 2017. Wow. One of her first pictures she sent was, why is it so hard to talk to your crush at school? And when you're texting your crush, it's so easy. Hey, what song he listening to? VeggieTales. His cheeseburger. Silly song. This is a public tweet by Morgan saying, at Life to TD. Life to TD was a account by one of Morgan's friends by the name of Tiffany. Morgan wrote, thank you for going on my account. Now I'm scared of what might happen. What could that mean? It could mean Tiffany, Morgan's friend, went on her account and saw the messages that me and her were exchanging. Our messages were just normal messages. They weren't flirty. So Tiffany replied with, you mean that she likes ScarGunGray? Everyone knows Morgan likes him. How do you not know? ScarGunGray? ScarGunGray? Who's ScarGunGray? ScarGunGray is my twin, ScarGunGray. That was my twin's very, very, very first OG account. My twin's very first username was ScarGunGray. But ScarGunGray changed his name to ScarGunGray because he gotta include Scar in that name. This is public. I can't believe these tweets are still public. Tiffany just said flat out that Morgan likes ScarGunGray now. Go check out ScarGunGray. What the fuck? Said Morgan. Tiff, you don't know who he is, lol. Plus, take this tweet down. Everyone can see this. By a meme of some Muppet. I don't know who the Muppet is. Yeah, Tiff doesn't know who I am. Only Morgan does. Tiffany replied with, I know, evil grin. I know who James is. Oh, James. Me? She knows who James is? Morgan replied with the Homer Simpson meme of him getting up on his couch and screaming out of the top of his lungs, fudge. Tiffany replied, hate me yet? I see him every day. I'll make sure to tell him you said hi. Lol. Damn, Tiffany. Have fun listening to this or reading. I don't know anymore. There was a reply by saying, shut up. Like, damn. You are evil. Yes. Blake is evil. Everyone can see this. ScarGunGray, my twin, getting mixed into this, like, I think Morgan liked my twin more than me. Because Aiden Scar wasn't born yet, but ScarGunGray was. Yeah, I turned her down. But before I turned her down, Blake gave me a pep talk. Blake was generic friend number 500. And bro was like, so, I heard Morgan likes you. Are you gonna ask her out? I'm like, no, not really. She was dating my friends and I can't really do that. Voice crack. And plus, I don't want to date her when I saw her kiss another man before. Y'all feel me on that one? Like, I see this girl, Morgan, kissing her boyfriend all the time. And now this girl, Morgan, wants to date me. And I know where those lips have been, okay? I know where those lips have been. That's what I told Blake. But I didn't say it like that. Blake was like, I don't know, man. She seems like a really nice girl. Don't blow your shot. Don't miss your chance. You never know what could happen again in your life. And bro walked away. I gotta speedrun this. I just said in the Twitter DMs, I was like, hey, thank you, but I can't really date you because you dated my other friends and I don't really want to date you. Trust me, if I weren't friends with any of those guys that she was in relationships with, like, I would 1000% be down. But it's just because of, like, hey, I know. Plus, you cheated on my friend with another friend, like. And then I think in that exchange, Morgan was like, oh, damn, like, oh, okay. But we became friends still afterwards because I was like, you know what, like, I don't like you that way, but we can still be friends though. And then she's like, oh, okay. And that was it. I'm just gonna go over Morgan's next boyfriend. Morgan went on to date this dude. Bro was a buff dude named Michael. Bro had abs, bro had muscle. Yeah, I think I definitely would have gotten cheated on with Michael though. Oh my god, there was one time that Michael faked his death, y'all. Ooh, real quick. So Michael was on some vacation and then Michael basically faked his death. Everybody was completely devastated at the school. No way, not Michael. And Morgan, I believe, was not with Michael at the time. She was going through it, panicking, all that. But guess what? Bro came back. He came back to life. It's a miracle. It's a miracle from the hipster upstairs. I thought bro died. No, he came back. And then I explained like, yo, didn't this guy die? Morgan's like, oh, he faked his death. I'm like, oh, wow. And then I talked to Michael one time in school. I was like, hey, man, didn't you die? He's like, oh, yeah, I faked my death. Funny, right? And I walked away. Goodbye, Michael. So after Morgan and Michael were done, guess who was dating Morgan next? Blake. Don't blow your shot. Don't miss your chance. That guy. Now that guy steps into the picture and like, hey, hello. Would you like to go out? Bro made his move. Don't blow your shot. Bro was waiting for his shot. Bro was plotting in the corner, just waiting for a shot. And bro got a shot. Yeah, Morgan and Blake were together. Then they eventually got broken up. And Morgan went with someone else. And Morgan now is officially married. Or engaged. Congrats. 6+ years together, going strong. Can you believe that, y'all? Never doubt yourself, y'all. Look at Morgan. So now let's go on to the second girl that I rejected. The second girl's name was Maryellen. And it's pretty much the same story as Morgan. Chubby girl, glasses, gamer girl, emo girl too, Suicide Boys, Little Peep, taste of music. So I had this other friend group. And this other friend group was way better than my other friend group. It's the same story as before. Maryellen was dating one of my friends from a other friend group. I remember one time where Maryellen got proposed by one of my friends. One of my friends proposed to Maryellen. How long do y'all think it took for a proposal? It was 1 week. 1 week. They've been dating. And 1 week later, they are engaged. Bro proposed to her at the local fair. I saw the Facebook post. I was like, ain't no fucking way. Yo, what are you doing, Oreo? You good? Can you believe this? Can you believe that story, y'all? After 1 week of dating, 1 week, bro proposed to her. And then I talked to him about it. I was like, yo, you really gonna propose after a damn week? And then bro was like, she's the love of my life. Like, the love of your life likes me. So, yeah, they did not work out. After like a month, 2 months, I was like, hey, so what happened between you and Maryellen? Bro was like, didn't work out. But I'm like, what about the proposal? Don't talk about that. Yeah, bro, like, don't talk about that, yeah. But yeah, Maryellen had a crush on me. It was after they were done with the relationship. So we were in art class, and I remember art class was the worst class I've ever attended and had because I didn't really do shit in art, okay? All the times I drew stick figures. They wanted us to draw actual people like face and such, bro. I just draw a stick figure every fucking time. And the one big final project that you have to do at the end of the semester is draw. Do your best drawing or best painting and go ham. And you know what I did? I drew a beach with a bunch of stick figures. I drew the water, I drew the sun, I drew the stick figures, I drew the little balls. I got a 70. I got a C, y'all. I got a C. I barely passed art class. And I think bro felt sorry for me. That's kind of why I got that fucking grade. Because I was like, yo, this is not what I expected. I taught you for like, what, 6 months? And all you do is damn stick figures? Oh my gosh. I wish I could show y'all the painting and the drawings I did. I think it's still in my possession. Beautiful fucking art. But yeah, Maryellen was in this class with me. Maryellen texted me on Snapchat one time saying, hey, do you like me? And I'm like, yeah, kind of. I mean, you're cool. And then she's like, you want to go out? I'm like, we were in class texting too. I blurted out like, what the fuck? And everybody heard me. And then they turned to me. I'm like, yeah, I really said out loud, what the fuck? After that text. But then I confronted her after class and I was like, hey, I'll think about it. And when I say think about it, I mean like, nah. Bro, this is the same situation as Morgan. Maryellen was dating one of my friends. Got proposed. She got proposed. And she likes me and wants to go out with me. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna propose to you, okay? But I can beat bro's record. I can beat my friend's record. Like, I should just be like, oh yes, I'll go out with you. And then the next day I come and I'm on my knee proposing. I told my friend about it. I'm like, hey, your ex wants to go out with me. And then he's like, such a fucking whore. And I said, no, that was it. I also remember she always bought followers, y'all. Every time on Instagram, she got hundreds of likes just by random butterfly posts. 400, 500, like, she's been gaining followers every single fucking day. I'm like, how are you gaining these followers? You haven't even shown your face once. Yeah, she bought her followers. Her account later got suspended due to it. And then she had to make a new one. Yeah, that's it. 2026 update, I have no fucking clue. And I rather just leave it at that. That's the story of the time I rejected Morgan and Maryellen. Any final comments? I would say that, like, between Morgan and Maryellen, the one person I would have to choose is probably Morgan. If I had to pick who would I wanted to go out with, probably Morgan, because me and her, we both like WWE. Morgan was always at the damn NXT events every damn week and gotten to know some of the superstars, and yeah. And by the way, this happened at the exact same damn time, y'all. Oh my god. Can you imagine if I was dating Morgan and Maryellen at the damn same time? Oh my god. I would have had girls fighting over me. Damn, missed opportunity. But that can still happen. I'm praying. What came after that? EGL. My first real relationship in high school. Everything was going great, but like all high school relationships, it went down the drain. And that's kind of why sophomore year is like my worst year of high school. I had a whole 2-hour breakdown of my story with EGL. If y'all want to check it out and don't have anything to do and be bored, I have a whole 2-hour breakdown of my song that I wrote about my ex-girlfriend, and I have a original OG demo version of EGL. Crazy. And then I go over that song. Be sure to follow the lore, y'all. But quick summary for y'all. EGL, happy, me, her, boom. Shit didn't work out, boo. Mad, angry, broke up. Some other dude went on to date EGL, boo. Hated bro's guts. I was going through it still. But you know what? Morgan was there, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Morgan was there. She actually from time to time comforted me. And that's kind of weird because, you know, I was going through that shit, always trying to avoid them at all costs, always just seeing them from time to time. I'm like, you motherfuckers, like, I always blame bro. But it wasn't bro's fault. Bro just made his move and got her, and she said yeah. But every time I was sad, like in gym class, and then just like very sad, depressed every day about EGL. Yeah, this is going in the junior year. damn. Morgan was there. She's like, you want a hug? Like, I'm here for you if you need anything. You know, thank you. And then me and Morgan were talking. I was like, hey, do you remember that time you asked me out? And I said no. I was in my damn gym outfit. And then Morgan looked at me and then she's like, honestly, I'm kind of glad you said no. I'm like, I agree. She was dating big muscle buff Muscle Bob Michael, okay? Muscle Bob Michael, oh my gosh. But I had no problem with that. And one real final comment. Morgan pretty much has access to all of our DMs, including my old friend group's DMs on Twitter. Morgan has all that power. The school group chats, she still has access to those. So, Morgan, if you want to, you can release our DMs. You can release our group chats. I would love to see it because I am no longer in all those like hundreds of group chats, but you still are. You're the sole survivor. She has all that power and access. She needs to release it. That's lost media right there for me. I want to go back and see all the shit that was said because I could get a lot of story time ideas for all this shit. Morgan, release those group chat DMs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for watching. And by the way, like I said, these are the only 2 times that females asked me out in high school. Anybody else did? No, not really. But did I ask out people? Yes. Any luck? Bye. Open love, ask me if it's too much. I have a lot of questions, where are all these girls coming from? I'm falling in love with every girl that I see. Every day in my dreams, someone makes my heart beat. Let's be real, no one's gonna date a shy guy, the type of guy to get friend zoned in a blink of an eye. Can I break this curse? Maybe not, but I'll still try. Can't give up yet, guess I'll wait for this one reply. Hello again, everybody. It's me, Aiden Scar. I am bringing you another quick little video at the end because I forgot one major element in this whole story while I was editing. And then I realized like, oh shoot, I completely forgot to mention this to y'all. I'm gonna do that right now. So, when it came down to Morgan, me and my friends all called her the Beast. She's the Beast. And you have to slay the Beast. Robert slayed the Beast. Roman slayed the Beast. James, it's your turn. You are the chosen one. You're next to slay the Beast. They made comments every day about it. They even made YouTube videos about it with my name in the title saying, Slay the Beast. Did I slay the beast? No, I did not slay the beast. But I know someone will. ScarGunGray, where you at?
Yeah, I'll do it.